Hello again, this is Bob Weir with the Cross Timbers Gazette, and my guest today is Judge Jonathan Bailey of the 431st District Court in Denton County. Judge Bailey was appointed by Governor Rick Perry in 2011, unanimously confirmed by the Texas Senate, and elected by voters in 2012 to continue serving as judge of that court. Judge Bailey is currently running for re-election in the Texas Republican primary on March 1st. He has one opponent, a man named Stephen Weinstein. Thank you for being here, Judge Bailey.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate you inviting me into your home this morning, Mr. Ware.
If you would please give our viewers some background information such as education, legal experience, family, residence.
Okay. My family moved here in 1983. My father was the pastor of Louisville Bible Church, and the family settled in the area at that time and have never strayed far since then. I graduated from Louisville High School, went to Texas A&M where I was a member of the Corps of Cadets and the Air Force Reserves. Moved along to law school, went to Texas Tech Law School out in Lubbock, and returned immediately after law school to Louisville, Denton County, where my first job out of law school was as a prosecutor for the District Attorney's Office in Denton. I also worked for the District Attorney's Office in Dallas County before entering private practice in 2000. And practiced for 11 years in private practice before taking the bench in 2011.
And what are the qualifications to be a district judge?
Well, of course, you first have to be a lawyer. It is one of the several judicial positions in Texas that do require a law license and a licensed attorney to fill that position. The minimum qualifications is only 4 years of practice, I believe, and you have to be 25 years of age, I believe, but aside from that, there are no particular minimum qualifications. It's just a matter of who the voters feel is best equipped to serve the needs of that court.
And how about what type of cases does a district court handle?
Well, that's going to vary from court to court. There are some courts throughout the state that are specialized. That is, they may have exclusively criminal or exclusively family jurisdiction. The district courts in Denton County have general jurisdiction, meaning that they hear a little bit of everything, specifically felony criminal cases. They have exclusive jurisdiction over family cases, which would be your divorce and custody, child protective services cases, child support cases. And then they also have unlimited civil jurisdiction, so there's no maximum or no cap on the limits of a civil lawsuit. And so there's a very broad range of case that gets heard in the district court. They're the general jurisdiction trial courts in Texas.
So if for example, someone were arrested for a felony in Denton County, which court would the case be assigned to?
Well, currently there are 8 district courts in Denton County, 6 of which hear felony criminal cases. There are 2 courts that do not have any criminal docket due primarily to the backlog of cases that need to be heard and the need to funnel, I guess, family cases in there. That's the point of strain, I suppose, where the dockets are most clogged is with the family cases. The other 6 district courts also have criminal dockets, including mine at this point in time. So it'd be randomly assigned to one of those 6 courts is the answer to your question.
Okay. So you have criminal cases or civil cases handled in district court.
That's correct.
If a decision in a district court is appealed, which court would the appeal go to?
All of the appeals from a district court in Denton County would go to the Second Court of Appeals in Fort Worth, except if there were a death penalty case, because the law requires those appeals to go directly to the Court of Criminal Appeals, they would go there first, but that's a rare instance. Almost all cases would otherwise go to the Second Court of Appeals in Fort Worth. From there, they can be assigned, again, due to backlogs. Sometimes they're reassigned to other courts of appeals throughout the state. Lately, it seems like El Paso and Houston get a lot of appeals from the Second Court of Appeals in Fort Worth because they try to equalize the number of appeals that are pending in each court.
And how about backlogs? Are there any serious backlogs in the district courts in Denton County?
Serious. The study that the legislature commissioned nearly 10 years ago reflected that Denton County needed several more district courts, and since that time, the 431st, the court that I was appointed to, has been created, along with the 442nd, which came online January 1st of last year, 2015. So that's two new ones, but that doesn't quite even get us to where a decade ago they said our court totals needed to be in order to handle the volume of cases based on our population. So we're still probably a couple of courts behind where we need to be, Denton County being one of the fastest growing counties in the state. Even in the country, there's been a tremendous need for growth. A comparable county would be Collin County, and they have a number more district courts than we have in Denton County, yet with a relatively similar population. So that certainly reflects the need for Denton County to continue growing its district courts along with the growth of the population.
And I understand that you created the first Denton County Felony Family Violence Court. Can you tell us a little about that?
I don't want to take all credit. It certainly took the work of all of the district judges, but with their agreement and cooperation, what we did is traditionally those cases had all been just doled out to the various courts with two prosecutors assigned to handle all of them, and so those two prosecutors bounced around between 5 other courts. Wasn't a very efficient way of handling that docket, and when you're dealing with domestic violence cases, they're unique in the manner in which they occur and in the manner in which they need to be prosecuted, and for those convicted in the manner in which they need to be supervised or rehabilitated. And so what we did is I proposed a system where we'd reallocate cases, but essentially have all of the felony family violence cases collected in one court, in my court, and now the entire felony family violence docket is pending in my court, with those same two prosecutors only having to keep up with the docket and schedule in one court. And we found it to be a very efficient way of handling those cases. Allows us to focus on streamlining and improving the process, the way in which we handle those cases, and I think everyone's been very happy with the results. It's allowed us to be more efficient in handling that unique docket.
How about the type of campaigning that are you doing?
A lot of the traditional campaigning, which would be door to door and making sure you have signage and name recognition opportunities spread throughout the county. Certainly doing some direct mailers as well, targeting those that are most likely to vote in the Republican primary, and attending all of the forums, all of the Republican meetings and such, which I've done over the years anyway, to make sure that those that have questions or want to find out more about the candidates have the opportunity to do that in person, rather than simply go vote based upon what they may read or not know at all. At least give them the opportunity to meet the candidate in person and have their vote based upon things that they learn about the candidate firsthand.
Well, it's always difficult to run a campaign, and I know it takes a lot of time and work, and thankfully there's enough people out there to do it. And so I want to thank you, Judge Bailey, for being here, and thank you for your service, and good luck in the campaign.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ware.
And thank you for watching.